Welcome, and this is World Over Media. As usual, we bring to you whatever happens across the globe, and most importantly, we touch on the rise of Africa. Is Africa going to rise again? Now, we are taking a look on different perspectives of leaders across Africa and even across the world, and different individuals from America, Europe, and how the perception on Africanism is going to take shape. Now, let's get a look at different individuals in this.
We have made a decision, very respectfully as heads of state in Africa, that any engagement with other partners must be an engagement of equals. But what happens continuously? When others want to engage with us, they don't want to deal with a troika. They want to invite 50 heads of state. So we go to a meeting, just explain to me what kind of outcome you expect where 50 heads of state are sitting. Everybody is asked to speak to 1.5 minutes. You speak to for 1.5 minutes. What kind of engagement are you going to get? You're going to get nothing. Right? The best that you get is photographs.
In this second video, we take a look at a Black American who is also very furious on the kind of oppression that Africans are seeing. He lives in a world that he feels that Africans are being regarded as lesser beings. Now, let us look at it and see if there's need for advocacy on a way forward that would awaken the sleeping giants that's Africa.
Another 20 years in Africa, if they keep doing what they're doing right now, America, Europe, all the countries out there are going to be begging just to kiss Africa's ass. As long as they keep fighting for themselves and not everybody else, stop fighting for everybody else. Fight for yourself, Africans. Fight for yourself. Everybody else can kiss your ass. 20 years, 20 years, you guys, your money, your denomination, your religion, your history will be in every school. Just wait and see. That's what I want to hear. And I'm sick and tired of us trying to look at what they're doing and trying to be like them. I'm tired of trying to be like them when their entire history has been trying to be like us.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Their whole history has been trying to be like us. Trying to be powerful like we were.
Like we are, not we're. We just don't know our own strength right now.
What we are doing right now, we are going backwards in our own evolution, in our own history, in our own, we're going backwards, we de-evolving. The reason why? Because we think this European lifestyle is so freaking great. It isn't. Our history, the Caribbean, Africa, we don't send our parents to a nursing home.
Never.
True. They stay there until they die. They stay home until they die.
True. And they get buried in the
We
backyard.
take care of our aunts, we take care of our uncles, we take care of everybody home. You know what I'm saying? Here, mama forgot my birthday? Nah, send them home. Send her over there. Send her over there. We ain't gonna even gotta see her no more.
PLO Lumumba, that's Patrice Lumumba from Kenya, also highlights, I call him a great Pan-Africanist because he has been taking the ball by its own over time. Now, PLO says that this is the time, this is the moment, and we have to do it now. Let's listen to it and make a guess on a possibility of a united
These are Trojan horses that are introduced into our countries for the purpose of influencing our processes, and they infiltrate our institutions. Right now, if you look at the African Development Bank, look at the shareholding. It's Americans, it's Germans, it's Japanese, it's the French. And the Europeans have done their bit. They also interfere through post-colonial institutions. The Commonwealth of independent nations, they are not. 60 years ago, on the 24th day of May, Kwame Nkrumah warned us He said, if we are not united, they are going to interfere with us militarily. They are going to interfere with our economy. They are going to interfere with our agriculture. And remember, it is no longer just Europe. There is a new scramble for Africa. The military bases that you see here is telling you that if you don't behave, we are going to use force. Sometimes I wish, and I'm saying this seriously, that we too had a nuclear weapon, because that is what Europe and America understands. This is what we are saying, and we are saying further that going forward we must also recognize our internal weaknesses. And what is our weaknesses? The problem of Africa is simply and squarely one of political leadership. The rank of many political leaders in Africa are thieves. Let's call them by their name. They are thieves. They are individuals who are not interested in the interest of this country, and as long as we continue electing such individuals into positions of power across Africa, they are going to be manipulated. What then is the responsibility of the citizenry? The responsibility of the citizenry is to make demands. We must solve our own problems, and I want to see a crusading African Union, so that it's not the Americans and the Saudi Arabians who are summoning them to Jeddah. It should be in Addis Ababa. We have a responsibility to ourselves, both at the leadership level and at levels of the civic society. We must be engaged in a positive manner, and we must keep on shouting without being diplomatic, because diplomacy is lulling us into a false sense of security. When foreign powers come, we must always be reminded of these goodies that they bring to us.
Policy positions.
Yes.
Do you think aligning yourself with Vladimir Putin is going to be good for South Africa?
But that's what it is now. South Africa is in alliance with Russia, with India, with Brazil, with China. So why are you asking me as if it's some policy that is going to be implemented
South Africa right
after
now.
I took over? South Africa is in alliance with Russia now.
South Africa right now calls itself non-aligned.
In the context of the war, but these are two different things. South Africa is an ally of Russia. Now, the second question is, where does South Africa stand on the war? It says I'm a non-aligned in relation to war, but Russia remains South Africa's friend. So we cannot create confusion around there. Don't create an impression that it is Malema who's going to come and create an alliance with Russia.
But there are some very specific...
Actually, I will
so.
go beyond that. I will go beyond the friendship with Russia, and in the war, I will align with Russia, and I will even supply the weapons to Russia. Because Russia is in a war with imperialism, and any agenda that seeks to push back imperialist agendas, it's well within the policies of the EFF.
Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more content that are related to this. Welcome.